Oh, hi there. You look like someone who's interested in engineering. Did you know that you can get an engineering degree in Vancouver? You can. You can get a degree in mechanical or manufacturing engineering at WSU Vancouver. The entrance to Washington State University, Vancouver is on Salmon Creek Avenue, a short distance east of Interstate 205. Drive up the hill to our beautiful location with its spectacular views of Mount Hood and Mount St. Helens. It is a quiet campus where the serious student can study or work on research in the library, but it is also a great place to hang out and have fun. The first question you must have is, what is it that mechanical and manufacturing engineers do? Well, to be brief, they make use of materials like this plastic, and machines such as this robot, and processes such as this simulation of a machining sequence to improve existing products or to make completely new products. Engineering is a highly valued profession, like law or medicine. It is not only interesting, but it pays well. Come on with me, I'd like to show you around our engineering department. Engineering is an applied science, and at Washington State University, Vancouver, we take this to mean that an engineering education requires a lot of hands-on learning. By the time our engineers graduate, they have both the academic skills of a professional and the practical skills that an engineer needs to succeed in the job market. There is so much to look at in this department that we'll start by asking some of our recent graduates what they find most interesting.
My favorite equipment, that's the easy one, is the robots, the robotic systems. That's probably a big one for most of the students.
I think one of my favorite classes was robotics, where we used a computer arm to hit golf balls off a tee.
Modern manufacturing uses a lot of automation, and this often includes robots. In the film clip you see here, a robot moves small discs from one process to another. Each process involves a type of automation that industry calls pick and place. It is less flexible than robots, but it is also less expensive. In our teaching labs, students learn to control the robot kinematics and learn to integrate this with sensors, controls, and other automation. All of our graduates understand robots, automation, and controls very well. All mechanical ideas begin as a concept in the mind of the engineer. At some point, the engineer will turn this concept into a drawing, but eventually it has to become a real object in order to prove how well it works. There are many ways to do this, but one way is to make the part in a rapid prototype machine.
They had a piece of equipment called a rapid prototype machine, and you could take any 3D computer model of any part or anything you can conceive of and load it into this machine, and then it melted plastic and would create the solid part.
In this time-lapse clip, you see our Stratasys machine transforming the 3D drawing of a wrench into the sequence of moves required to build the wrench out of layers of ABS plastic. The finished product actually works. Almost everything that engineers do involves measurement. At Washington State University, Vancouver, we have a diverse set of measuring machines and instruments, such as the Instron machine in this clip, which is testing the tensile properties of a material. We have automated machines, such as a coordinate measuring machine and the video system you see in this clip to do dimensional inspection of parts. And we have very high-tech measuring machines, such as the X-ray microscope, scanning electron microscope, and atomic force microscope.
The metrology lab, where they have all the measurement equipment and you can check the Rockwell hardness of things and look at very fine structures and take detailed measurements. That's some very neat equipment, high dollar stuff that you just can't get access to other places.
We have a high-tech clean room where we can make miniature devices. Here our students can learn about the types of equipment and processes used in the microelectronics or micromechanical device industries. These are for teaching as well as for research. Beyond all of this high-tech glitter, though, we also have the basic machines of mechanical engineering, which all of our students learn to use. For example, in our ME 311 course, all students learn how to use machine tools, such as the milling machine you see here, or they learn hand skills such as brazing to make a gyroscope. The proof of a student's skill is in the spin-off at the conclusion of the course.
All of the projects were fun, and I liked it because the classes were small, so you got to know the other students, you got to know the faculty.
The student to instructor ratio is very low, and so the instructors are very accessible.
WSU has an excellent program, and I think anyone who really is looking at staying in the Northwest or working in manufacturing or around the high-tech industry will find that this program really suits them well.
Now that you've seen what engineering at WSU Vancouver has to offer, I'll bet you can hardly wait to start. Well, get your application in, and I'll see you next semester.